Welcome back, guys. So today I'm going to start with Java HashSet. Okay, and if you remember, before starting this Java HashSet, I have given all the background of hashing technology and how hash code help us to store the data into the map, and how we can override the equals method and hash code method. Okay, so my suggestion is you please make sure that before starting with HashSet, first go and watch the previous video which I have made for hashing. The hashing, hash code method, equals method, the internal implementations of the hash map. So there are 4-5 videos just before this. Okay, so please watch that so that you can correlate how HashSet work internally. Okay, even I will repeat some of the point here, but I will not go into very details what I have already covered when I was talking about the hashing, hash code, equals method and all that, and the internal implementations of hash map. Because if you remember, the hash set also internally uses hash map, which I have shown to you, right? So again we'll start with this topic and I will go through each and every point of the hash set. So the Java hash set is nothing but it's a class given by collection framework, and Java HashSet basically implements set interface. Okay, your list classes, array list, linked list implements list interface, but your set class will implement set interface. So if you look at, this is the hierarchy of your hash set. So basically your hash set here, when you see here, the hash set implements the set interface. Okay, so whatever method implementations you have in the hash set, the all the methods, either it will be in the set interface, or it will be in the collections interface, or it will be in the iterable interface. So the difference between set and list is, if you look at, this is the difference. So your all set class will implement set interface, but all your list class will implement list interface. So that is the major difference, and that's where the implementations will change. Okay, when you write the code, you will not see much difference while writing the code, because methods are common, what you have already seen in the list classes. The same you can see again in the set classes also. Only the difference, the major difference what you see is, your list class allows you to store the duplicate data, whereas your set class will not allow you to store duplicate data. And this is achieved because HashSet internally uses hash map, and hash map overrides the hash code and equals method. So by using that hash code and equals method, you make sure that you are not entering the duplicate data in the hash set. Now we will go through the important point of the hash set. Okay, hash set stores the element by using a mechanism called hashing. So this yesterday I have given the idea, right, how you calculate hash set, and how based on the hash code you generate the index. Okay, and then based on the index you store the data. So this technique we call it as a hashing technique. All the data are stored based on the hash code. Hash set contains unique element only. It will not store the duplicate data, which we have seen that in the implementations also in the previous video. Hash set allow null value. Okay, it will allow null value. Hash set class is non-synchronized. So the non-synchronized means, so let's say you have one block of code here. Okay, you have one block of code here and you have few codes here. When two thread, one thread and second thread, this is the thread 1 and this is the thread 2. So when two thread will work at the same time, there may be the chance that one thread will modify the data of other thread, right, or other thread will modify the data of first thread. So this is non-synchronized, which means it is not thread safe. Okay, HashSet does not maintain the insertion order, hence elements are inserted on the basis of their hash code. This also again I will show you like how the elements are stored even in this HashSet class also. But again I will repeat, please make sure that you have watched all my hashing technique which I have shown, the internal implementations of the hash map, and how actually when we store the data, what happens, like how hash code and equals method will come to the picture. Please watch that so that you will have clear understanding here. So HashSet does not maintain the insertion order, and elements are stored on the basis of hash code. Very important point. If you look at in the array list, elements are stored based on the index. In linked list, elements are stored based on the node. Okay, and one node will point to the other node by their reference. But here, index are stored in the on the basis of hash code. Okay. HashSet is the best approach for search. So whenever you have more search operations, please go for HashSet. So the HashSet performance is better than uh, uh, this any other data structure. Okay. So whenever you have more of search and whenever you have only unique key, unique data, go for HashSet. Okay. Even in fact, the array list has the best time complexity for the search, but the array list allows you to store the duplicate, but HashSet will not allow you to store the duplicate. The initial default capacity of HashSet is 16, which I have shown yesterday also, and the load factor is 0.75. Okay, the load factor is nothing but the factor on which it will grow. Okay, when your initial size will fulfill. So these are the points. Please remember that each and every point we will understand through the program, but this you have to remember to tell into the interview. The important points you have here, you have the first one and the second one. See, all are important, and this one, the third one. So this 3 point is very important, because people will ask you like how in HashSet how data storage happens in the memory. So you have to say that it happens on the basis of hash code, and it uses the mechanism called hashing, and it allows only unique data. The unique data, how it is achieved? It is achieved by the combinations of hash code and equals method. Okay, now when I say HashSet is the class, okay, it has multiple constructors of the class. So whenever you have a class in any collections framework, you will have corresponding constructors. So one, you have a default constructor, one where you can specify the size, one you can specify the size and the load factor. Okay, so if you look at here, it is used to initialize the capacity of the HashSet to a given integer value capacity and specify the load factor. Like once this will get full, then how it will grow. So it has a load factor also. Okay, and then there is one more constructor which will take the collections of the object. There is the fourth constructor which will take collections of the object. So I will make the object of each and every method, and then I will tell you how it is different from each other. Okay, now when there is a class, all collections classes has a method. So same here, if you look at what you have seen in the list class, you have add method there. Here also in the HashSet you have add method which will take object, is the type of object, return type is the boolean. You have a clear method which will clear the entire data of the hash map. You have a clone method. So clone method means it will give you the shallow copy of your HashSet. Return type is the object. Okay, the shallow copy, deep copy also I have covered in very details when I was talking about this array list, right? So in that I covered one topic called cloning of object, right? Shallow copy and deep copy I have covered in the details. Again I will show you. Then you have a contains, it will check for the object. Return type is the boolean. Then is empty, it will check whether the set is empty or not. It also has a method called iterator, and it has a method remove method. It will remove the object. It has a size method. It will give you the size of the HashSet, and then it will have a split iterator. Okay, so these are the method we have specific to HashSet. We have a few more methods apart from that. We will see that whatever is required for us, we'll try to understand each and every point. So these are the importance method which we should know in the HashSet class. So what I will do in my next video, first I will start with the creations of object of all the constructors of the HashSet, so that you will have clear understanding of how we can create the object of each and every constructors. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this.